vlogs, and those of you returning to my channel from the last time I posted, probably like 2-3 years ago, probably a little bit surprised to see that this is a cycling video. But yeah, I am a pilot, well, was a pilot, yeah, whatever, but these days I'm doing far more cycling and training than I am flying, and I figured, why not jump on the lockdown bandwagon and restart my vlog series. Actually, restart is too strong a word. I think this is going to be a whole different thing. Anyway, this is going to be slightly more regular than it used to be, hopefully. A lot more sort of outdoors and cycling and general fitnessy kind of stuff. There will still be some flying, don't worry. So it'll be a bit of a mishmash, really. Hopefully some of it will be interesting. A lot of it might just be me waffling, so I apologise in advance for that. But if you enjoy this, or you've enjoyed my stuff in the past, or you just want to be supportive and say hi and just make me smile in what are some very dark times, then please do give the channel a subscription, click on subscribe, give the video a like, maybe leave a comment, maybe share it on, yeah. Anyway, this is the first video of the restarted series. I'm currently attempting my first ride for the Rapha Festive 500 Strava challenge, which is a challenge where I'm going to try and ride 500 kilometers in the 8 days between Christmas Eve, which is today, and New Year's Eve. It would average out at 62.5 kilometers a day if you were to ride the same distance every single day and do it that way. I am not that sort of person, so I decided that I would try to do an Imperial Century, 162 kilometers, on the first day of the challenge, after being ill for 2 weeks, having never actually managed more than about 125k before, and I'm on my own. So yeah, we'll see. So, brief stop, one of the big drains. You can see there's quite a lot of water around. I'm pretty sure where I would have been going would have been pretty wet, to be honest. I left late. I'm not got as far as I would like to have got, but I'm enjoying myself. Look at it, it's a beautiful day. There's the bike looking pretty in the sunshine. Beautiful, huh? So I've made it to Down. It's been absolutely brutal, to be honest. There was a stonking headwind all the way up the coast road. I'm exhausted, I am behind, I'm slow. Talk about why I am doing this. Most of you know me as a pilot, not as a cyclist, and I have to say my cycling history is not particularly broad. I used to be a mountain biker years ago. I was fairly well into that. I did a few events. I was a member of a club and used to love getting out on the trails, and you know, I've got numerous scars to show for that. But then I kind of stopped through various life moves and all the rest of it, and kind of fell out of the habit of doing much. Had a road bike for a few years, never really got into riding it, if I'm honest. I did buy a turbo trainer a couple of years ago, got into using Zwift a little bit, and then that kind of came into its own when I was flying for the airline, because working such strange unsocial hours, it was very easy to kind of fit exercise in around it. It's very convenient to just jump on the turbo, do an hour or whatever. Very easy. So I kind of got into that a bit, and then back in March I lost my job, and very shortly after that actually caught the coronavirus, which really knocked me for sick. It was a very unpleasant time, and there were a couple of very scary moments, but ultimately I got through it and got back into riding on Zwift, because I could just jump on for 10, 15, 20 minutes, set the thing at a really low pace, a low wattage, and force myself to do some really gentle spinning, and I kind of got addicted to it at that point, because it was such a massive rehabilitation tool, not just physically but mentally as well. I mean, I was going through a very dark time with redundancy being quite a brutal beast, especially when the job is one that you'd worked 10 years to qualify for, as I had. Yeah, and it really was my dream job. I adored it. I absolutely loved it. But yeah, and once I started recovering, got onto Zwift, just did a little bit every single day, and got hold of another road bike and started riding outside as well when I could. Look at how beautiful it is. Look at it. It is stunning. Wow, how lucky am I? It's just so gorgeous. I've got a long way to go yet, and it's going to get dark, but just yeah, loving it. Just past someone's driveway where they'd left a bottle of sherry and some glasses out. That's awesome. I would have stopped if I had more time and maybe had a little glass. So yeah, cycling became my new thing, I guess, my new identity. I was a cyclist now. I mean, not a professional, but I was going cycling, I was training, I was doing something I loved again. Yeah. And it became much more important in my life than I ever imagined it could. And so we've sort of come to December, and I never imagined I could do something like the Rapha Festive 500. It's a lot of riding. I mean, I've never ridden an Imperial Century. I've done a few 100Ks, but I've not done this before. I just need to do this for my own sort of mental well-being, and I think cycling for a lot of people can just be that outlet. It gives you that little bit of freedom, a little bit of joy. I mean, it's beautiful. It's like the sun is shining, I'm out in the countryside, I'm in the fresh air. I mean, it's cold and it's windy and it's wet, but it's amazing. Ooh, hey swans! Hey! As I was saying, I think cycling has been ultimately my therapy through all this. I mean, even in lockdown, it's like we can go out, cycle around. I'm very fortunate to live in a very beautiful part of the world. Down on the Devon and Somerset border, it's absolutely stunning. I've got some amazing hills to play with, right on the doorstep. Or I can just, like today, head out onto the Somerset levels and keep things pretty flat. I'm very, very fortunate, and I do appreciate that. And I also do have the ability to sort of jump on the turbo and just keep myself going. I know not everyone has that opportunity, but it's I guess it's just a matter of making the best of what you have, because everyone's got something. Might not be very much, but we've all got something to focus on, to things we can do to improve ourselves. And yeah, I guess that's why I'm trying to do this, just to see if I can really, and see if I can mentally push myself to get through something I'm genuinely not sure about. Yeah, I kind of love it really. I guess I kind of love the challenge, but I'm really suffering. There's no way I'm going to finish before dark, so I guess I've got to commit to riding in the dark or bail before the end, which there's no shame in either, to be fair, so all is good.